kick it off. Here we go.
Eddie waited till he finished high school. He went to Hollywood, got a tattoo. He met a girl out there with a tattoo too. The future was wide open. They'd moved into a place they both could afford. He found a nightclub he could work at the door. She had a guitar and she taught him some chords. The sky was the limit. Into the great wide open, under them skies of blue, out in the great wide open, a rebel without a clue. The paper said it always played from the heart. He got an agent and a roadie named Bart. They made a record and it went in the charts. The sky was the limit. His leather jacket had chains that would jingle. They both met movie stars, partied and mingled. Their A&R man said, I don't hear a single. The future was wide open. Into the great wide open, under them skies of blue, out in the great wide open, a rebel without a clue. Into the great wide open, under them skies of blue, into the great wide open, a rebel without a clue.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the podcast here on the KPOD Network. Thank you very much. Three minds, three voices, crypto for the consumer, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I know I am. No hype, just the facts, straight shooting in a space that is anything but straight. We're bringing you blockchain the way we see it and how we are playing it. I am your host of the podcast, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, the one, the only, the original, the mighty Belle. How are you doing tonight, ma'am?
I'm a little brain dead after today, but that's because we've just had so much going on relating to Aegis. So not bad. How about you, Scott?
You know what? I'm blooming. I'm simply blooming. Everything's up. You know, when you get on a day like that, it's just everything's wonderful. There's one more line I have to add to the monologue. I haven't added it yet. I'll make sure that I get it in here. But for now, guys, here at the podcast, thank you. Grab a seat, fill your glasses, and let's get to it. Right here on the KPOD Network, and again, another round of applause. I got to fix that, Belle, because we were hacking it out with Joe and Tank. I don't think they realize I have to say this a lot more than everybody else, so it's very important that it flows well. Hope you guys like it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. If you want me to change it, tweak it, anything like that, please let me know. I have no problem saying it, but you guys have to listen to it a lot. So if this is what you want, go ahead and go for it. Belle, your frame looks much better. What happened? What changed?
I put my regular camera back up.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Who had your? Oh, I had it. I had it this entire time. We had to go meet with a lawyer today for Aegis Shield. It has to happen. I want to make sure that I'm protected. Most importantly, I want to make sure that you guys are protected. The whole idea behind Aegis is that it has to survive, outlive both of us. It has to outlive me. It has to outlive Belle. So we want a little bit of legal protection up there just to make sure that will happen. So if I go away or Belle goes away, the protocol lives on. That's the whole idea behind it. Aegisnet.io, AEGIS net.io. Give it a shot. That's all I'm saying. Look, give it a try. All right. Look, you get unlimited storage right now. We're not charging you a nickel. You don't need to know Web3. There's zero barrier to entry for this thing. And as much fun as I'm having with Bitcoin right now, and I am, I'm loving it. You guys know I'm not a Bitcoin person. But I'll tell you why. I will get into it because right now, currently, anytime you get into the meme world, man, look, this is the memeiest of the memes. Now, I get it, max supply. That'll change when we get close to it. And I get all that. But that is, does that seem reasonable to everybody? That thing surged in a single day from 78 up to 88, a 10% gain on Bitcoin, basically pushing in, what would it be? Wow, $500 billion. Does that seem reasonable to anybody? This is, just the nature of it. We all knew it was going to happen, and now it did. And the one thing I noticed more than anything else is the pundits, all the talking heads, the guys who know everything. They didn't call that. Actually, none of your chart guys, nobody called that. All right, that is just the nature of it now with the ETFs. Countries buying this stuff up. I mean, it's just going to go nuts, and it's going to introduce an incredible layer of volatility. Now, I'm a natural cynic, so anything that goes up that fast, I am aptly prepared for it to come down that fast. I did clear a couple of positions today. I know it's not the thing to do. It's not what you do because this is the bull market and it's going to go and it's never going to stop. But I've been in crypto and investing for a very long time, and I can assure you that everything stops. All right, I want to spread good news, and we will. Everybody out here probably did well today, but you got to stay rational and reasonable at a time like this. And I've never, ever gone all in. I did when I was a kid before I learned better. But you simply cannot go all in on anything, even on a mad Bitcoin rush like this. Now, I did clear a couple of positions. I actually cleared my Crow position, and I've been holding on to that for a very, very long time. But I cleared it because that thing is just, that is absolute madness what happened over there. It is now sitting at number 27, guys. All right. Adam and Crow have switched. They've 100% flipped over because $1 billion worth of trading volume that pumped into that particular token ecosystem over there managed to surge that thing 75.9% in a single day, a 24-hour period. And in 7 days, that is 1 week, 200+%. So a great big old round of applause for Crow. Apparently they know something, and that nobody else knows or didn't know or should have known. New Type was nice enough to actually give us a link over there, so it was one of those. It's a possibility, and it's crypto.com on X. 2025 will be a transformational year for the crypto industry and for Crow. We're expanding our crypto offerings while adding. This is actually gets very, very interesting to me and would explain a lot of this. We're expanding our crypto offerings while adding stocks, banking, and more cards. Check out our complete roadmap. Let us know what you're most excited about. Now, I didn't actually go over and look at the roadmap because we were going live, and I already know what I'm going to talk about tonight. But anything that surges up that much tells me that there is an awful lot of interest in this. Now, the thing that interested me the most is banking. Banking is the thing that got me more or less excited about all of this, because the one thing that I really want is a more or less DeFi off-ramp. We really don't have one. There's some ways you can do it and ways you can go about it. They all feel a little bit sketchy. So it's really not something that I want to use, but something that's backed up by what is now a $6 billion network. Sure, you have my full attention. Now, the cards, and I don't really care about that, man. I'm more or less happy with the credit cards and what I have and all that stuff. So I'm not willing to go over there and get a Crow card so I can be paid off in crypto. This is just pure madness and like the top level of euphoria right now. But cooler heads are going to prevail, all right? The calm is going to enter back into the market, and then we get to see where we really stand on all this. This is pure price discovery over there on Bitcoin. It will run away like this because now, at this very moment, nobody knows what the hell it's worth. Nobody knows the center point on this. Nobody knows what it should be. So it's pure guesswork. Money is just FOMOing in there, and it will FOMO out. That is what probably my bigger concern. Not that it ran away, but what's going to happen when it settles down, because everything has a tendency to settle down. Now, in the meantime, of course, everything kind of ran nuts. My own personal favorite holding on here more than anything else is Jackal. Jackal actually came back up here and it's crossed over the 30-cent mark again. So we're going to give a big round of applause for that. And for what it's worth, I think if anything should concern the Cosmos as a whole, it would be the fact that very few Cosmos products, with the exception of Crow, because Crow is, Cosmos, very few of those things, the alt-tier tokens actually moved much. They were all more or less stagnant. And I would have expected a bigger move right here on a cash. And I'm not woofing at 12%, all right? 10%. It was 12%. It corrected a little bit, but I'm not woofing on that. 10% on this network is staggering. It's a big number, all right, because you're talking about there's your trading volume of $32 million that poured into that. That's a lot of money. Even out here, even in crypto, $32 million pouring into a chain is an awful lot of money. So I'm not woofing on it. I'm not, staring down. It only went 10%. All right, 10% is a monster number, but it was more or less that across the Cosmos, with the exception of the big ecosystems. I think Injective, I think they had there you go, 5%. Didn't move much. Akash didn't move much. Jackal didn't move much. Flix is actually down, I think. I think Flix is, which is a shame, too, because I bought a bunch with the Crow sale. OmniFlix didn't move at all. AXV, I think they got a little bit of a carry, about 5%. So AXV got about a 5%. They got a nice, decent little carry off the Jackal pump. But the anchor that has been around our neck this entire time, this thing barely wiggled. All right, barely wiggled. 3% on Archway. I mean, it absolutely did nothing. Now, Belle follows my tweeter and all that stuff, and she reins me in because she knows that sometimes I talk way too damn much. So I really have to give her the ability to post on my account, or at least delete stuff that I shouldn't have put up there. But the funny thing about that is I put out a real simple post. Yeah, was it yesterday, Belle?
It was yesterday, yeah.
Okay, just a real simple post. Hey, Archway, can we get a roadmap? And Griffin actually jumped onto the thread. Griffin actually came up, and I'm like, I almost wanted to tell him, dude, no. All right, it's clear that I am doing this just to, plumb a little bit or see who's actually still out here interested in Archway. But the founder does not need to respond to a thread like that. You have interns. I think they have interns or a social media person. Do they have a social media person, Mel? You deal with them a lot more than I do.
The last I knew, they did have someone taking care of socials, but
Max, right? Max is the one that's taking care of that.
I can't confirm that, but
okay.
he's one of them.
I thought he was, but the idea is you don't get on a founder doesn't get on a thread like that. All right, you stay out. If I start bitching and raising hell at Astrovault for some reason, it's not going to be Ethan that's going to be popping on here telling me how wrong I am or something else. But
Ethan would actually pop on here to tell you how you were wrong and why. I mean, come on.
You know what, Belle, I will take that bet. Round of applause. Thank you for putting that idea in my head. But you have to promise not to tell him. That's the whole thing. I want to see if he will do it organically.
If he's listening to the stream, he's already been told.
I don't think he listens to us. Not a lot of people. We're old news.
He listens more often than you think.
They need the new crop of crypto reporters to come spinning in. At least, definitely not people that are sitting here wearing AMP shirts. I mean, this dates me. That absolutely dates me. The fact that I have this shirt and that I'm still talking about it. Yeah, you know what? Bet taken. You've thrown the gauntlet. I will pick it up. We'll meet at dawn. All right, you choose weapons, and we're gonna have a go. But yeah, the kicker, it's not that he responded, even though I don't think he should have. It's that he responded and typed a big paragraph that said absolutely nothing. He didn't say a word. And I know you read it, Belle, so I think you could confirm that he really did not
I've got it
anything.
Pulled up.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I've got it pulled up. I can read it for the crowd verbatim.
Go ahead and read it for the crowd. Nobody really follows me on Twitter, so go ahead. This is and again, it's not bad. All right, it's not terrible. It's that it should have never happened. You should not be up there. You're the founder. All right, the founder needs to stay removed. They don't need to be getting into Twitter wars. But go ahead, Belle, read the response because I thought it was brilliant.
Oh, so okay. Yeah, Griffin responds, "We don't want to announce anything publicly yet, as we often get front run. However, the core team has big and exciting plans. When you look at our traction compared to other competitors, how does it stack up?" And then you asked him, "Oh, can you leak anything? A little tidbit." And he comes back and references another post that he had just made saying, "So Archway HQ core contributors aren't just sitting around. The team is fully aware of market sentiment and the current challenges. If we seem quiet, it's not because we've given up. Instead, we're working behind the scenes on something truly groundbreaking in DeFi. Ambitious, innovative, and with high profit potential."
All right, look, if there's any Archway people that are watching right now, understand that I'm retired. All right, this is what I do full time now. I talk on Twitter. I talk on the microphone. I am more than happy to come in there and try to keep some of your social media stuff going, at least go in the right direction, because this is crypto. All right, this is cryptocurrency. This is blockchain. It moves fast, and I mean wicked fast. And you can develop the absolute best tech that this space has ever seen. And if nobody knows about it, it may as well not exist. So I get it. You're building in silence. That's very, very 2020 and 2021. I understand that. But we are way, way past that point now. All right. If you have something beautiful, innovative, fresh, something that nobody's ever seen in this space before, you have cracked the code. You need to start talking about it. You need to get out there. You need to get feedback. You need to be able to do these things so that you can tune an accurate message for people who may or may not be interested in your token. Because right now, when they go over there and look, all they're going to see is we are building something so cool you won't believe it. You're not going to believe how great this thing is. All right, it's going to be so great, it's going to knock your socks off. You will not believe what we're doing over here. Just you wait. All right, they're done. People have moved on. They've moved on that quick because everything out here right now is moving at least one direction or another. And I need Archway to perform. That's really all it comes down to, Bell. It is pure self-interest. I need Archway to perform. I own very little of the token, but the pairings are massive against things that I do own a lot of the tokens of. I need them to perform. I'm the best ally you could have out here for this because I don't take shit. I will absolutely go and we'll mud wrestle over anything on Twitter, live stream, anything like that. I'm more than happy to do that. But help me help you, all right? Just a little bit, because right now what you're doing is not the way that you should be doing it. All right. So anyway, guys, like we got a lot to get to tonight. We're going to be over here and referencing this an awful lot. I thought it was going to hit 90. It was so close. Look at that. Look at that big ass candle right there. And it peaked at 89.4. Now, I am, again, always a cynical person, particularly around crypto. And when I see things that are running away that I simply can't explain, I tend to go to cash at that time. I don't own enough Bitcoin for it to really matter because, again, it's about percentages for me. And although Bitcoin is all the news, all the rage, it's everywhere, over the last 24 hours, guys, it moved 10%. All right, it moved 10%. Now, that is monumentous. We've crossed back over. Total volume of crypto as a whole right now, I think, crossed back over the 3 trillion mark. There it is, 3.1 trillion. So crypto as a whole absolutely is just doing incredibly well. But for me, it's always going to come down to percentages. I can hold all of that for all this time, and I can make it 10, 12, 14% on Bitcoin, and isn't that great? But at the same time that I was doing that, I could have had money over there in Spice that turned over 100, 200, 300, 400. I could have played the meme game with the money. So I could have done that either way. Now, it's always good to be diversified. I strongly recommend that you be diversified. I assure you that I am diversified. You guys see my wallets all the time. You know I got money all over the place. But I'm not going to start changing everything I'm doing right now simply due to euphoria. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to stay reasonable. I'm going to stay rational, and I'm going to make the decisions, or I'm going to make what I consider good decisions on that. It hurts nobody. Anything that I'm doing out here hurts absolutely nobody. I'm not going Thunderdome on the space. I am not blowing things up. I haven't been doing that for years. I am dug in right where I am, and I'm very, very happy with my holdings. So anyway, we got a fun show for you guys tonight. That monologue went a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I apologize for that. Just excited, man. We're ready to really start hitting it. We got some songs lined up for you guys. We'll probably end up going long tonight just because I rambled just way too much. But before we cut to the song, Belle, do we have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please?
We've got just a couple. So Nuclear Chicken, loving the jackal hat, but Scott, you need an Aegis shirt to go with it instead of AMP.
Oh, yeah, I wore it this morning. I got a whole bunch of those things. I'd be happy to give them away if Belle will mail them. Belle, will you, if I give you the box of Aegis shirts, will you put them in little bags and mail them off?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Okay, then let's go ahead and do that right now. We're going to give away an Aegis t-shirt, whatever we got left, whether long sleeve, short sleeve. Tell Belle what you need, and she'll tell you if we have it or not, and you can pivot up or down after that. And we're going to give away an Aegis t-shirt. We'll pay the postage. Belle will mail it to you personally. To anybody who can answer the following question, which Belle is about to ask you right now.
Way to put me on the spot there, Scott.
Well, I got nothing. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I realized that we were going to bring all those t-shirts to NFT Nashville, and I forgot them. So I got like 30 t-shirts sitting up there that that are not my size. So why don't you go ahead and give one away right now, Belle?
Okay, well, what color shirt did Scott wear when he was presenting at NFT Nashville?
That's it. That's the question. I don't think anybody was watching the stream, but sure. If not, the stream's available. You can go pull it up. What color was my shirt that I was using, or that I was wearing when we presented Aegis at NFT Nashville? That was the big unveiling for us. Very excited. I look great. Belle was wearing sandals and actually got shit for it. You got shit for wearing sandals, Belle.
I did, which is incredibly stupid. The last I checked, it was actually an NFT focused event and not a fashion show.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, man. It's the internet. You're a public figure, and people are going to criticize. They hit women hard. I mean, they always do. Oh, my God. Did you see her nails and
You
shit
know
like
what?
that?
I should have just worn my Groot socks and walked out there in just those.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Next time, Belle, I'll go barefoot. I'll wear a pair of cutoff shorts, a tank top, and barefoot. All right? If they're going to bust balls, bust my balls. So there you go. Anyway, Belle, please, questions. Carry on.
All right. New Type hit us with a $5 super chat requesting a song that is currently sitting in your Discord chat.
Okay.
Bud, Scott, are you in any new pools over on Astroport on Neutron? Their Astro Wars just started, and some new incentivized wrapped Bitcoin USDC and wrapped Ethereum USDC pools.
No, sir. I haven't gotten in any of those over there. However, I'm sitting on a lot more cash right now, and I do want to keep it on the board. I just want to keep it on the board a little bit safely. Again, as you can see, Bitcoin is down to 86.8. The correction seems to be happening. I wonder, you know what? It makes me wonder here if we're going to do this again, where the U.S. Pumps it up during the day, and then Asia sells off overnight, because that's a lot of money that's kind of vacating this right now. So I wonder if we're going to start getting back into that cycle. But I don't. Right now, I had no. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull up this song. He paid for it. He wants to hear it. This is going to bump for a second, guys. No, it didn't. It worked. Okay, great. No, man, I'm kind of just sitting where I am right now, but I do have more cash. I want to get it on the board. I just want to protect it for right now. That's it. I just want to protect what I have right now until this madness right here settles down. And once that settles down, then we'll go ahead and pour some back in. So, okay, anyway, anything else? Guys,
And Watero actually came in first with a close enough answer that I will allow it. He says suit and tie, and he was wearing purple.
Yeah, we'll give you that one. It was I was wearing a tie. I think I had on a vest. And,
you had on a gray vest. And
yes, and a purple shirt. So yes, good enough. I don't think it was purple. I thought it was more lavender, but I don't know. So
it was purple.
Well done. For the winner there, please hit Bella at ThePodocasts.com. You can catch her on Discord. You can catch her on Twitter. Just tell her what size. And if we have it, it's yours. We don't have every single size, but if we have one and it fits you, it's yours. If not, tell us if you want a bigger one or a smaller one. We'll go ahead and get you hooked up. Anyway, we got to play a song. This one, this was paid. New Type gave us $5, said play the song. We're here to we aim to please. Guys, please get in your questions, comments, concerns. We're going to be chasing money all night here, and if you let me just run away, I will talk for hours, giving you every single bit of context about every single buy and sell, and I don't think anybody wants it. We want to talk with you guys, not at you guys. Help me help you. Anyway, coming your way, MC Hammer. MC Hammer right here on the podcast on the KPOD Network, and we will be right back, guys.
Hello?
Yo, G, peep this.
Yeah.
12 noon, Pumps and the Bumps affair. It's on, and it's all good.
Late.
Pumps in a butt, pumps in a butt. We like the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt, pumps in a butt. We like the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt, pumps in a butt. We like the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt, pumps in a butt. Give me the girls with the pumps in a butt. That's what I got. Then I hit another slump. Up just the skinny with the pumps in a butt. Bump, bitty, bitty curve. Getting on my good nerves, looking like ice cream ready to be served. Stretch it, bend it, till I get in it. If you wanna give me with a G, baby, stand it. Cause I come equipped, read my lips, baby, you can see me slip out your clothes and take a trip. Pumps in a butt, pumps in a butt. We like the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt, pumps in a butt. We like the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt, pumps in a butt. We like the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt, pumps in a butt. Give me the girls with the pumps in a butt. Pumps in a butt. Now many say a bit rough, but if you know that it's a phone trust. It's making the girls go crazy in the 9-3, shaped like an hourglass, high in this wine, G. So when I say I got a step, it's a fly thing. Never been a coward, cause it's an easy east side thing. Step right up to the girl with the big back. Tell her we're up, yo, the bumps in a bump. But a brother like me, a dance to the system, charming and your lucky streets are charming and she won't find it alarming. And being a French all over that rum. I'm guilty as hell for living in bumps and a bump. Ow! Bumps and a bump, bumps and a bump. We like the girls with the bumps and a bump. Bumps and a bump, bumps and a bump. We like the girls with the bumps and a bump. Bumps and a bump, bumps and a bump. We like the girls with the bumps and a bump. Bumps and a bump, bumps and a bump. Give me the girls with the bumps and a bump.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast on the KPOD Network, and thank you. I did see that comment, Belle. Describe what's going on in the video. There was a waterfall. There was a pool. There were a lot of people dancing. There were a lot of men that were not wearing enough clothes. It was
Too many banana hammocks.
There were a lot. That was a lot of meat, boy. It was kind of right there in your face too, man. They were absolutely not subtle about that. Didn't MC Hammer go broke? I remember he was like all the thing, and then suddenly he just wasn't anymore.
He did go broke.
Was that what it was? He was paying an awful lot for an entourage, and it's like investing heavily in a crypto, man. As soon as people lose interest, that's it. It's gone. You're gone. Welcome. Welcome back to it. If you can't keep putting out something that's new and original. Are you listening, Archway? If you can't keep putting out something that's new and original, you'll simply fade out in this space. I actually had a shock to my system today, Belle. I had no idea that Milli Vanilli lip-synced. I did not know. I had no idea that they lip-synced. And I get it. Look, I'm a child of the 80s. I grew up in this, all right? But at the time that they were really, really popular, I was in the Navy, and I was a cryptologic technician maintenance. So we're the guys back there in the windowless buildings with the barbed wire, Marines out front. That's where I worked. We didn't have a lot of radios in there, and there was no such thing as internet. So I was in Japan. I had no idea that this turned into a thing, and I never actually revisited it. But it wasn't until this moment today that I was looking through the comments on one of their videos. I don't know. It came up. I was playing a batch, and it came up, and I was looking through the comments, and that was it, the whole big thing. Am I the last person on the planet that didn't know this? Is that where we're at, Belle?
I think so, because I learned that in elementary school.
Yeah, I was already in the Navy when you were in elementary school, hon. I was already at war when you were.
Yeah,
when you were
I
in
know,
there,
but even I can remember it. So,
but I was having such a good day. I was having just such a good day, and then boom, Milli Vanilli lip synced. I remember them getting awards, and they had the glorious hair and the Caribbean boys and all that. And I was like, yes.
During one of their awards that they got completely busted for lip syncing, actually, because they were
most
still
of
using.
them do that, don't they? Most of the artists that are performing there are lip syncing
Well,
this thing. Am I
now-
incorrect about this?
No, yeah, but back
I
then
see.
it was a huge scandal because they were lip syncing to the record itself, and the record started skipping.
Oh man, there's no way that happened. Is that what it was?
Yes, that's
Oh.
exactly what happened. It was a huge freaking deal.
Oh my God, that makes me so happy then. Well, no, because I didn't experience it, but yes, that's odd. I just, like I said, I felt the same way when it came out that Liberace was gay, and all of that, and George Michael. I mean, women loved him, absolutely loved him, and then it turns out that he's gay. So I feel the same kind of shock and awe at that I did about everything else. In retrospect, I could have looked back and said and watched Wham. What is their big song? All the Wham songs, I guess in hindsight, I could have looked back and just watched the videos. But yeah, man, weird day. That's all I got to say, Belle. It's a whole weird day. All right. Questions, Belle, please.
Armando Delgado, Scott, do you know anything about Kudos on Astrovault? I have some, but I can't trade it.
Yeah, I don't, brother, and I have some too. I don't know. I got a couple million of them. I don't think they're really worth that much, so I'm not pissing my pants or anything like that. But from, I'll look into it. I'll get down, because I was under the impression that they were all going to be swapped for FET. And right now, all I have is a whole bunch of Kudos that has zero value and no FET. So right now, with the market the way it's going and the AI will start spinning up again, sure, I want the FET. But no, I don't know. I'll sort it out for you, brother, and I'll let you know as soon as I know. Belle, please carry on.
Joe G, anything good to grab up and stake on Cosmos Network for long-term holdings? Currently only have Jackal, and it never hit $1 after launch.
Oh, Jackal? No, man. Well, Jackal's going to do its thing, dude. Jackal had a very, very unfortunate launch in that the Gadigan started having to go at him like 5 seconds after that chain went live. Jacob comes swooping in saying he found all these vulnerabilities and he'll help you fix them. You're going to have to pay him, but he'll help you fix them, and yeah. And it turned into a whole big thing, and then immediately after that came up, Jackal just said, you know what, halt the chain. We'll go back. We'll restructure this, make everybody happy. So unfortunately, the token was alive and well for a good year before that chain actually came back. So, from there, launched in, from where the token actually launched, the tail end of it and all that stuff, there was a lot of mayhem in the market since then, and little Jackal just kind of got pushed away. Now, the tech is still fantastic. I mean, Jesus, we built apps right there. We built apps on top of it. That's how much faith we have in it. I own an awful lot of it because apparently when it was sitting at 2 cents, I was the last one who believed in it. But that's okay. Thank you for that. And we need the Jackal because we're floating it for Aegis. So people give us money, and we have to push the Jackal tokens onto the Jackal network to pay for the storage. And we're getting quite a premium on that because, again, I bought a lot at 2 cents, so thanks. But no, it did not. It did not hit $1, dude. It was basically a meme token for a year, and even in a hot market, we all know what happens to meme tokens, man. They bloom, they gloom, and next thing you know, they're at 2 cents even after the chain is live. So it's hard to get that thing back. Now, do I have any doubt that it's going to exceed your expectations? No. But I'm not telling you to buy it either. You do you, bro. It's your money. You do your thing. But I haven't sold any, and I really have no intention of selling any, man. This thing isn't even close. Jackal, I think over a little bit longer time frame, it'll do what a cash did. I don't see why. It'll do what a cash did. It doesn't get to ride the AI narrative as much. It is simply a currency for the chain to store data, but everybody needs to store data. And a couple of good things are coming out about that right now. You guys should really tune into the town halls, the Jackal town halls, particularly if you're invested in it. One, they're going to be launching their outpost over on base. Now, the outposts are a big deal. So people don't have to come to Jackal to store their data. Jackal is going to them. So they're putting up the outpost. They already put it up on Archway. So proof of concept has been, and proof of utility has already been worked out. And now they're building that thing out there on base. They're going where the data storage needs are. So they're going to be out there on base. They've already cracked EVM, so Ethereum's going to be free reign. They're going out to Solana. They're going where the data demand is, and that is exactly what you have to do. So the fact that they're doing that is very, very encouraging. The other thing that is incredibly encouraging is that they're going to launch their token over on base. So that didn't come from me. That actually came from Patrick. I'm pretty sure. Bell, did I mishear him? Or I'm pretty sure that is precisely what he said.
That's what he said, at least as far as I heard it.
Yeah, so with them actually launching that token over there, man, and it's actually got me just absolutely jazzed up because they're going to be launching or pushing that token over to there into a place that hasn't heard of it. Because Base hasn't heard of it. Solana hasn't heard of Jackal. Nobody's heard of Jackal. And they're going to be moving that token and building a big LP over there. Small market cap token with a legitimate use case where the outpost is actually located as we roll into a very aggressive market where people are looking and hunting for the low caps because, like me, Bitcoin can go from 90,000 to 99,000 and the world will just be orgasmic, but it's only a 10%. Whereas if it happens to do that 10% and go to 99,000, Jackal, if it has a presence over there on base, will absolutely explode. That's the way I see it. That's the way I'm investing. I'm not telling you to. I'm telling you that I did. So if they push that thing over there, get the outpost up, get the LP going, and the market conditions stay positive right now, that thing will boom, and I'm going to be there for it. So you're looking for your dollar. I think it's there. Bell and I made a terrible, terrible mistake because we had no idea that thing was going to roll so fast. We gave away 10,000 Jackal at 8 cents, 16 cents, 32, and 64. When all of that thing comes through, we're going to have to do that giveaway again, Bell, because we said we would, and it'll be at $1.28. So how much is 10,000 Jackal tokens at $1.28, Bell? How much is that? I forget because my math sucks. I'll tell you what, we're going to give away another I know what it is, but I want to give away a t-shirt. The first person to type into the chat how much 10,000 Jackal tokens are at $1.28 is going to win a t-shirt, and that's how confident I am of that. I got no problem giving it away. It'll be fun, though, because we're going to get like 35 people watching. We're going to do a very, very large giveaway, and we'll get like 10 people watching because we're just on the outs. But anyway, Bell, hope that answered the question. Bell, please carry on.
G Torres, I saw the Archway responses on X and I was definitely disappointed. Archway responses reminded me of Obama with his slogan of hope and change.
Hope and change, yeah. It's coming, man. Don't you know? All right, you got to have faith in it. And sometimes, this is crypto market and it's all about faith. So sure, I mean, I'll take him at his word. Something big, something unique, something that this space has never seen before. It's on its way. And I really hope it is. I really, really hope it is. I am not rooting against them. All right, I can root against Juno. I can root. There's plenty of things to root against out here. I want to root for them. And it's very, very important that this thing performs. So I sure hope that they do have something in the pipe like that, man. I'm excited for it. Bell, please carry on.
All right. And Stick chimed in first with an answer of 12,800.
12,800 is absolutely correct. Get with Bella at the podcast. I'm filling my glass, guys. I told you we're going long tonight. Get with Bella at ThePodocasts.com. Tell her your size, and she'll get that thing mailed out for you. Bella, I'll send you $100 to cover postage. And the booze tonight is once again the Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. Guys, if you can find a bottle of this somewhere, if you're not in Lynchburg, Tennessee, but if you can find a bottle of that somewhere, man, do yourself a favor. This is the most grown-up buzz I think I've ever gotten on a bourbon before, Belle. I know it's whiskey, it's in Tennessee, but this is the most grown-up buzz I've ever had.
They call it a bourbon whiskey, so okay.
Sure, then we'll call it a bourbon whiskey. Belle, you help me on this, and you got to admit that's a quality buzz that you're getting out of that thing. I mean, little finger in the air. The oak is great. The spice, that back of the jaw spice is just tremendous. So yeah, do yourself a favor on that. I'm doing myself a favor on this right now. And Belle, if you could please carry on.
Joe G, you don't like Iggy Pop and Stooges?
I have nothing but respect for Iggy Pop, man. Do you see what Iggy did? That guy, he lived the life I think most of us wish we could live, and he did the things that most of us wish that we could do. I have nothing but respect for him. All right, absolutely nothing but respect for him. There are movies, man, even movies up there talking about Iggy. So, yes, I do. We just, it's a little bit, even for us, his music was a little bit esoteric. And even for this show, and I like to think that we stay all over the board on this stuff. So, no, man, I never said anything negative. Belle, did I say anything negative about Iggy? I mean, the guy's a fucking legend. He's known all over the world, and nobody knows me. So, no, I got nothing but positive things to say about it. Belle, please carry on.
Joe G, I believed in Jackal, but when it went below 5 cents, I had already spent everything on it. I feel like when I first swapped when it came out on Osmosis, it was over $1. Cher, is that correct? Every day I wish I bought more to increase my holdings.
Well, let's all take a look together. We will go to Max. All right. Let me see. Its launch date when it actually hit over here. That is Max, right? That's all the way back. That doesn't seem right, Belle. Let me see. All the way back January 3rd, 2023. Does that sound right?
No,
I think it got a little bit chopped off right over here because when it launched, it actually launched at like $1.40, and there were
$1.40, and then it went to $1.80, and then went down from there.
Yeah, and then it absolutely just kind of bottomed out, hit 12 cents here. This was the bad times. We all remember these bad times right in here. That was June. That was 2023 after the big mess. Then it hit up here. It got really, really close to $1. I think it was 96 cents, but it hit it so briefly that it didn't actually register over here on the CoinGecko. And then it bottomed out.
Well, we did the 96-cent giveaway because someone got a screenshot of it.
No, we didn't give one. Our last giveaway was 64 cents, and then we were going to do it at... Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Okay, so where's the next giveaway going to be at?
$1.28.
Okay. Sure. We'll call it that. All right. $1.28. Yes. 12,800 Jackal tokens or $12,800 worth of Jackal tokens will be given away. And, I think, I believe, I feel this is not financial advice. And what the fuck do I know? If I was smarter, I wouldn't be doing YouTube, but now, with the things that they have lined up for it, I have a very strong hunch that we're going to be doing that giveaway. And I'll tell you what, I'll be as happy as anybody to be giving away my own money. If nothing else, I want to see if it's as a personal experiment or if we suck so bad at YouTube that even trying to give away $12,000, which we have done every single time, I bet we still have about the same amount of viewers that we have right now. So you can't even bribe people to watch this channel anymore, pal. We have bottomed out. I couldn't be happier about it because the people who are still here actually enjoy what we do. Belle, carry on, please.
All right. In Alpha Delta, thank you for your service.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is Veterans Day. I talked about it today. I'll mention it again. Heartfelt thanks to every other veteran that's out there. You guys know what I mean by that. There is an old saying. I mentioned it on the morning stream. I'm going to mention it again. And this seems to be true at least of all vets, or at least the vets that I associate with, which is, well, quite a bit. The blood of the bond is thicker than the water of the womb. Now, that's kind of bastardized the way that it was originally put out, but people who have been through those kind of shared pains, shared sacrifices that have done all that. It's a bond that's indescribable unless you've actually been there. And I was mentioning it this morning about my my bunkmate in boot camp. I was 17 years old, but my bunkmate in boot camp, Sean Thompson, he could literally walk in here right now, and it's like no time would have passed for us because, again, blood of the bond, thicker than the water of the womb. I'd rather spend time with Sean Thompson than most of my family. It's not that they're bad people. It's just we all, we're all kind of estranged from each other. The only person I have regular contact with is my father, and that's about it. So anyway, yes, thanks to you, all the veterans out there. Salute, guys. You did good. You went out, you did the job, you got back home. All right, one more, Belle. We got to do a song.
New type. Scott, have you tried Beyonce's whiskey? I think it's called Sir David.
Have I tried Beyonce's whiskey? No, Belle, can you please take a note and write it down? You're on screen right now. You don't have to make the expressions. I can see this like hateful. What? Are you about to sneeze or something, or you just refuse to do it?
I'm refusing. I have my limits, and no. I mean, first she made a horrible parody of a country song, and now she's into whiskey. No, just no.
You know what? Color me intrigued. Whoever said that comment, please send it over to me, Scott@ThePodocasts.com. I got a hunch it's not going to be real hard to find, and color me intrigued. All right, that's it. That's all I'm going to say on that one. All right, guys, we will get back to your questions, your comments, anything else you want to talk about, please get it in. We still got to do some running around out here, guys, so give me a break. I'm enjoying the company right now. I love getting the interaction. I don't get to do this on the morning stream, so I'm having a wonderful time with it. But let's go ahead and kick it off. Now, Belle's been picking the songs, so let's see if this one resonates well. Nobody else tipped. Nobody else gets to pick. We're going to bring you a little seether here on the podcast right here on the KPOD Network, guys, and we will be right back.
Well, I can't stand to look at you now. This revelation's out of my hands. Still, I can't bear the thought of you now. This complication's leaving me scared. Stay when you think you want me. Pray when you need advice. Hey, keep your sickness off me. Trying to get through. Blame all your weakness on me. Shame that I'm so contrite. Hey, keep your fingers off me. Why can't I get through? You think you have the best of intentions. I cannot shake the taste of blood in my mouth. Myself, this liberation seemingly rare, and I can't stand the taste of your mouth. This sublimation's out of my hands. You stay 'cause you think you want me. Pray when you need advice. Hey, keep your sickness off me.
Trying to get through.
Shame you could take this from me. Pain on an empty mind. Hey, keep your fingers off me. Why can't I get through? I keep on thinking that it's all done and all over now. You keep on thinking you can save me. My ship is sinking, but it's all good and I can't go down. You got me thinking that the party's over. Lay down, just stay down. Lay down because I'm trying to get through. Say what you want, but you're not gonna win this time. Take what you want, but just leave me alive. Say what you want, but you're not gonna win this time. Take what you want, but just leave me alive. I keep on thinking that it's all done and all over now. You keep on thinking you can save me, save me. My ship is sinking, but it's all good and I can't go down. Still you believe that we can start it all over. Lay down, just stay down. Lay down because the party's all over. Lay down, just stay down. Lay down because I'm trying to get through.
You how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast on the KPOD Network, and thank you. That was Seether. I love Seether. my favorite song, Belle, is "Fake It." I love that song. I love how they just thumb their nose at the entire industry that supports their life. I mean, that's just big nuts on them, and I absolutely appreciate that.
The drummer is a complete sweetheart too. I've met him and he's a very down-to-earth dude. The other two were getting completely mobbed by other people piling into the VIP room, but yeah.
Were they getting mobbed by girls? It was girls, huh?
It was a mix, surprisingly enough. Mostly girls.
That's not the way to rock star. The way to rock star is you let all of the girls in the VIP room and you leave their boyfriends outside. That's the way you do it. And you get to find out if this is true love or not, if we have a love connection. And if your girlfriend is rushing into the dressing room or the VIP room of Seether, it ain't a love connection, brother. All right. She's not going in there to tell them all about her boyfriend who's sitting outside the ropes. That's not happening there.
No.
All right. Belle, questions, go.
Nuclear Chicken. Scott, we probably know your top few crypto holdings. Any interest in telling us your 10th largest holding?
Yeah, man, I got no problem disclosing my investments. 9th or 10th is probably Power Bottom. Believe it or not, after of everything else that we have going out up here, I do own quite a bit of Power Bottom of that thing right there. You know, we spun this up as kind of a joke. It wasn't really a joke. It's something that Belle and I had discussed a long time ago, a meme coin named Power Bottom. We thought that would be hilarious. We just thought it would be funny as hell. But there's no way to really launch that and keep it as a fair launch. The only way you can do it is Pamp It. You can do it on Pamp It. You can do it on Stream Swap, or you can do it on Start Cooking. And we actually launched this one out there on Start Cooking. Now, the neat thing about it is with all of these things is the supply and tokenomics are completely out there. You know what's going on with it. It is literally designed to launch meme tokens. So we thought it'd be fun. But I had been scalping everything during that time, and I was pushing all of the money that I made into Power Bottom. I thought it would catch on. I thought it would be funny and, give people a chance to play around in the meme world with really no risk of getting rugged. It simply was not going to happen because I'm controlling the bulk of the supply. And but it just never caught on. So now I'm stuck with a couple $100,000 worth of liquidity, and there's really nothing I can do with it. I'm not going to rug myself. So yeah, that's it. That's probably my 9th or 10th. Those are kind of the big ones out there, and I still have hope for it, Belle. You know, we have a graphic. We have a really cool graphic. We're sponsoring fighters over on Fight Farm. There's just so much you can do with this, but it's going to be interesting. This is what is going to be really, really interesting about that. Let me pull up the chart. It's just, if it's one of my holdings, I'm allowed to discuss my own holdings. I don't think but me and maybe one other person whose name also happens to be Chicken. I think it's Crypto Chicken. But aside from me and him, I don't think anybody else owns any of this stuff. But the interesting part about this is actually the chart. And it's due to the pairings. All right. Had I had I the ability to do it over, I would have launched it on a cash. I would not have launched it where it is with Osmo, because then I have to eat the Osmo. And that was kind of the problem, is that I had to eat this thing all the way down. Now, I think at its high point, it was almost a nickel. But Osmo was sitting at about 80 cents at the time. And since then, Osmo has bombed off fully half the value that it had. And as I'm the only one who's still actively buying this stuff, it just went right down with it. It's paired up with Osmo. It's paired up with the AXV. There's a good sized pool of it over here. That's actually mine. I'm pretty much all the liquidity in it. And I only have it sitting there because he'll give me 1.63% on what is effectively a dead asset. The only thing that's going to move it is people buying it. But that is not the only thing, and that's the funny part about crypto as a whole, is Osmo will move it as well. So if for some reason this bull market continues, if the bull market Bitcoin continues, eventually Osmo is going to get a little bit of a carry on it. Now, Osmo has not exactly been killing it, even on this. And when you consider how much Bitcoin's actually gone up, the fact that Osmo's only went up 5.78% is a little bit telling. But at the same time that happened, you need to notice that over the last 24 hours, Power Bottom has also gone up 5.72%. So for anybody who is really, really deep thinker, 4D chess kind of person, they're going to look at that and say, I could actually get Osmo exposure without actually taking all of the downside of Osmo, meaning the very large validator set and all of the devs and everybody else that's getting paid on this. You could actually get a similar amount of exposure right over there in the Power Bottom token. But the only way that will ever work is if I don't sell. So I had to fall on my own sword multiple times on this. One, it's my money. I'm the one who's still buying this stuff. I leverage trade a lot. You guys know I talk about it. I do it. I show it on the streams. And the profits that I make from leverage trading, mostly on Levana. Thank you, Levana. Round of applause for Levana, by the way, guys. The cash that I make on that, I turn around and I simply buy Power Bottom with it. I mean, that's it. So the utility of the token is me. That's what makes it so interesting, is my ability to leverage trade. And my ability to leverage trade in a very, very aggressive market is just good news for me and could potentially be that token. But I had to literally I can't believe I did this, Bell. I still can't believe I caught you smoking. I just pulled you up and you were blowing smoke. You were blowing smoke, Bell. Round of applause for Bell smoking. She's a human, guys. All right, be nice. But I had to lock almost most of my liquidity. I actually had to lock it into a multi-sig over there on AXV before anybody would trust it. So I literally cannot sell it. It is locked in a multi-sig, and there are 3 signers on this. So I'd have to get all 3 signers to agree to let me sell some of it. And as soon as they do, then it's public exposure. So I got a hunch that big, massive amount of liquidity that I have sitting there, Bell, is just going to sit there and do nothing because I can't even sell it. So it's just one of those funny things, man. I want to see what happens. It was an experiment. It was fun, and I just want to see what's going to happen with it. Now, anybody else who happens to be buying it, you're more than welcome to buy it, sell it. It doesn't really matter. The price, unless Osmo bombs off, the price physically cannot get any lower than where Osmo and AXV are going to be holding it because, again, I can't sell. So I thought it'd be fun. It would be an experiment. It did not work out. Nobody has any interest in this. But you know what? It's a small crypto world. Who knows? I wanted to create a fair condition for people who wanted to meme. And it just, again, it never caught on. I don't understand the meme culture. I've never really been a part of it. So whatever it takes to magically move one of these things, I don't have that. That's not actually in me. So anyway, hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
Joe G, what happened with Kronos? 200% in 7 days?
Fuck, dude, I have no idea. I was tweeting about this today. I was hoping I was going to be able to get something. The only person who sent me anything was Newtype. Newtype, he posted a link that they put out on X talking about their next year's roadmap. And we did discuss this a little bit at the beginning, but I think it's worth mentioning again. The part of that is most interesting to me, the part that really, really gets me kind of jazzed up, is they said the word banking. What we need more than anything else is a good, solid off-ramp. And right now, the only thing that I pretty well use regularly is Coinbase. And it sucks because every transaction is recorded. It has my name and social security attached to it. So there you go. I have to pay taxes and I pay to the point of night sweats. I know it's going to be 39% on anything that I pull out of there. It's pure capital gains, 39% up and down. I hope with the new administration, they lower that down to 21. I think 21 is fair. You get 21% of my profits and you took zero risk, no risk. So I think 21% is fair. I think 39% is almost usury, but anything that I push out through there, you got to pay. You got to pay the piper. So I'd love anything that would give me another option to off-ramp my money, and I kind of hope it's Kronos. So if that is what pumped it, and we're talking about billions of dollars added to that market cap, a full $1 billion of transactions just over the last 24 hours. If that's what it took to do it, great. I'm not the only one who sees it that way. I don't know if it'll continue. I've actually cleared out my position. Guys, selling Crow at 22 cents after this shit show that we've been through for the last years and years and years. Man, I could not be happier about that. Anyway, hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
Nuclear chicken. Scott, some people are surprised that Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday over Christmas. What is your favorite holiday out of all of them?
Christmas. I love Christmas, dude. I'm a big fan. Look, we do giveaways a lot. I like to give back, man. It's I've been blessed. I've been very, very fortunate in crypto. I'm just a lucky guy. That's it. I can't read charts. I think they're absolute mysticism, and I don't believe any chart that says this is about to happen. I think you're full of shit. So let's just say that I got lucky over and over and over, and we'll leave it there. But I like to give back. I love to support people. I definitely love to support our family, the podcast folks that have been with us for so long. So Christmas is a real good excuse for me to give away money, and I like it. People tend to be happier around Christmas. I'm a big fan of giving gifts. I suck at getting them. I am not a person you want to give gifts to, man, because I never know what to say. I'd rather be the giver than the taker. I'm not exactly a power bottom. So yeah, that's easily my favorite time. Is I love Christmas. I absolutely love it. 30 days I celebrate the whole damn thing from December 1st to December 31st. I'm all about it. All right, I jingle balls on my shoes. I'll wear the big puffy hats and all that. I just love it. And I also like 4th of July. Big fan, big patriot. So yes, I also love 4th of July. I hope that answered the question, Belle. Please carry on.
I was going to chime in on that one.
Well, then I think you should. It's not like it's my show. It's everybody's show, Belle. So go ahead.
Okay, so Christmas is my favorite one, but that's more about the kids and the look on their faces when they see what I've gotten them. Halloween comes in second for me.
Halloween. Oh no, I know, because we've seen your costume. You make a wonderful Wednesday Addams. You do. All right. You're tall, you're lean, you're a brunette. You make a wonderful Wednesday Addams, and everybody's seen it. They sell it. We didn't get a chance to do it this year, Belle. We didn't get a chance to dress up because we were gonna go as Gomez and Morticia. I think you'd make an excellent Morticia. And I can do Gomez. I'd have to shave the beard, but it's worth it for one day. Do a little pencil-thin mustache, the crazy striped suit and all that. And I'm, slightly overweight, so I'd be an excellent Gomez. We would have nailed that. We didn't get a chance this year, though, because we were out at NFT Nashville. So next year, tell them they have to do it a week before or a week after when they actually did it so that we can do a good live stream from it. And you know what? If we did it perfect, we would actually have that live stream on October 31st from the venue from the stage. I think that would be the way to do it, man. We could bring people in. We'll do a live presentation of the podcast. Everybody in costume. We'll get liquored up. You're going to see somebody's ass out there. I almost guarantee it. And I think that's worth the trip right there, Belle. So let's go ahead and coordinate that with Joe and Tank. Let's make that happen next year.
Next year, Halloween falls on Friday. So if we did the Friday pre-event, well, we'd be set.
I think we're there. I'm ready for it, Belle. Make that happen. I would absolutely dig it. Anyway, please carry on.
All right, new type. Scott, are you going to be eligible for the Hyperliquid airdrop?
Am I going to be eligible for Hyperliquid? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say probably no. Guys, look, I don't really get into airdrops. I don't like to click links in Web3. Now, if you really, really, really want to know why I don't click links in Web3, Scott at ThePodocasts.com, and I'd be happy to tell you. So anything that has to do with clicking links, I just don't do it. Now, Aegis will be launching a token. That's that really cool app right there. And the reason that we have to launch a token is because we need this protocol to survive both Belle and myself's imminent demise. We're not hiding anything. All we're doing is keeping your information out of the hands of the government, and eventually they're going to say, this has got to stop. Eventually, they're going to come down and hammer us. I have no doubt about that. Maybe not on the current administration, but the next one for sure. They are going to they're going to slap us down. They're going to say, you got to turn over everything. And we're going to say, we have nothing to turn over. And that ain't going to be good enough. So we want to make sure that the protocol is going to survive all of us. And with that, the only way we can do it is by actually launching a token that will be able to support the protocol after Belle and I are, walking out like that with the dour looks on our face. And we will be doing an airdrop for that token, but our airdrop means download the app. Our airdrop means create an account. Our airdrop is going to include upload a file. We're doing it the correct way because there's no links, there's no anything. If you want the Aegis airdrop, download the app. If you want more of the airdrop, create an account. And if you want the max of the airdrop, upload a file. That's all we're trying to do is put the app in the hands of as many people as we possibly can, because that is what the app is for. Privacy. But we have to get it out. Now, crypto is a very, very, very jaded space. And I fully expect 90% of the people who download that app, create an account, and upload a file to simply never, ever touch it again. But that's fine. That's fine for me. All I want to do is make sure that they see it. So if you want the Aegis airdrop, you're going to be downloading. For everybody who's already using the Aegis app, tokens are just going to show up for you, and you're welcome. Dump them, sell them, trade them, do whatever the hell you want to do with them. We don't care. The idea is that we are doing this as a marketing, but it's marketing a consumer app. So we have to do this a little bit different than the way everybody else is doing it. I've used Hyperliquid. You guys know we post all that stuff. But I'm not going to click anything on my computer that has anything to do with my wallets whatsoever. I'm just not going to do it. I did it once. It didn't work out, and I'm never, ever, ever doing it again. So for our particular airdrop, now that I'm such a strong advocate of don't click links, you don't have to. All right, you don't have to. The app will literally be on the store. It is tried, trusted. It is checked. There are no viruses. There's nothing going on with this. Download the app from the store. Download it from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Download the app. Sign up for an account. Upload a file. You're going to get the maximum airdrop. That's the way it should be done. That's the way it should be done. We think we're right about it. We'll find out. Belle, carry on.
G Torres. Scott, get a small bag of Lucky Dog on base if you have play money on base chain.
You know, I was looking at base yesterday, and I was actually checking out the exchanges that you were mentioning, dude. I think it was Aerodrome, and there was one other one. But I actually went over and looked. There's some stuff going on over there, man. But as far as DAX presentation, UI, UX, and all that other stuff, man, I wasn't impressed. It's in the years and years and years that we've been out here in crypto, nobody has seemed to figure out that it is also about the user experience, not just a simple, a simple website that'll do X, Y, and Z. You got to bring people in. Now, Belle's going to kick my ass here, but I'm going to say it anyway. The best UI UX that I have seen in this space ever was Ellis. Of all things, it was Ellis. Now, I'm not going to use it. I won't go into business with them in any way, shape, or form because I know who's behind it. The people behind Ellis are the same people who were behind SiftChain, and we all saw how that one worked out. But their UI UX was fantastic. And if you haven't looked at it yet, take a look because it is the one that all crypto user interfaces and user experiences should be measured against. So while I appreciate what those two things were doing over there on base, dude, I want to be wined and dined. All right. I want to be wowed just a little bit. Don't throw up the least viable product. Throw up the best thing that you can build, because if that's the best thing that you can build, it makes me wonder how serious you are about this. Just my opinion, brother. I know you're killing it over there. I know you're doing well. I will take a look at Lucky Dog, but my God, man, I'm tired of being, I want to have my ass kissed a little bit with a really, really good UI, with a really, really good UX. I want these people to pretend like they really care about my money, that I'm dealing with a quality product with quality developers who have wearing their heart on their sleeve. And I'm just not, aside from that one web page, aside from Ellis, I'm just not seeing it out here. I prefer Astrovault to effectively anything else that is out here. And even with that, I think that they can do better. Anyway, hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
Nuclear chicken with the last one for the moment. Scott, do you still have plans to do something with Power Bottom in Aegis?
Yes, absolutely. So like anything else, man, look, you got to burn, you got to mint, you got to use, you got to have velocity of money going. So we're actually setting it up because the pool is over there on Astrovault. We can do anything with it. So we are including a VPN. And right now it happens to be Sentinel, but we've reached out to them, man. They really want nothing to do with us. So it's the Power Bottom VPN. Anybody, any premium account is going to get that for free. Click the button, boom, you're behind a decentralized VPN. Welcome to the revolution. But anybody else who may not want the premium account but still want to use the VPN, we're going to give you an option to go ahead and pay for it. And everything that you're going to pay for it is going to churn through the Power Bottom pool. So you're going to be using Power Bottom without being aware that you're using Power Bottom. And odds are, we haven't exactly locked it down, but we're probably just going to go ahead and burn it. So there's a max 10 million token supply of Power Bottom, and if we can get some of it burned through usage, it makes the whole damn thing go up. So it's, that's what we're going to end up doing with it. And if there's any kind of real demand for VPNs, which it's a competitive market, but bringing it all together in one place, one space, I think that people might resonate to it. You guys see that little button right there on the button? You see the one that says DVPN? That's it. So if you hit that, you want to use a decentralized VPN, hit the button and off you go. If you're using a premium account, it's free. It's my dime. If you're not, then you're going to have to pay for it yourself. But we will facilitate that transaction. And as part of the premium account, because we have to pay for it the entire time, we will be churning Power Bottom to pay for it. So there you go. We're going to bake utility into a token that really has none, and we're just going to see what happens. So anyway, guys, I saw Belle. That's the last question. I want to run this out till 7:30 because I'm just in such a good mood. But I got to play a song that gets Belle fired up every single time. She doesn't know it, but Belle will be on screen here sometime during this song, and she's not going to know when. And I'm going to dare her, absolutely defy her to not dance. And to not dance and show off in the chair and all that other good stuff. We're going to see if it happens, Belle. So I'm putting her in the share right now. I want to make sure that she's primed and ready. She'll probably be popping on string here. We played the song this morning. It's Belle's favorite song. Don't know if she was listening. I got to send it this way anyway because we had such a good day. And guys, all I can say for this wonderful day that we've had is amen right here on KPOD, The Podocasts.
Fire's gonna burn, the water's gonna turn, rain is gonna fall, fate is gonna call, but I just long as my heart is beating. Someone's gotta hate, it's never gonna change. Gets hotter every day, it's a hell of a place to keep your heart from freezing, to keep yourself believing. But I won't run, I'm not afraid. I look 'em in the eye, gonna hear me say it. My life, my love, my sex, my drug, my lust. My God, it ain't no sin. Can I get it? Can I get an amen? My grace, my church, my pain, my tears, my hurt. My God, I'll say it again. Can I get it? Can I get an amen? Can I get it? Can I get an amen? Can I get it? Can I get an amen? Life is gonna kill, faith is gonna blind, hope is gonna fade, the truth is gonna lie. Sometimes there's no reason to justify the meaning. But I won't run, I'm not ashamed. It's gonna take more than this for me to break. My life, my love, my sex, my drug, my lust. My God, it ain't no sin. Can I get it? Can I get an amen? My grace, my church, my pain, my tears, my hurt. My God, I'll say it again. Can I get it? Can I get an amen? Can I get it? Can I get an amen? Can I get it? Can I get an amen? My life, my love, my sex, my drug, my love. My life, my love, my sex, my drug, my love. My God, it ain't no sin. Can I get it? Can I get an amen? My grace, my church, my pain, my tears, my hurt. My God, I'll say it again. Can I get it? Can I get an amen? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can I get an amen? Can I get it? Can I get an amen?
You how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
And that was who was that, Belle? I don't even know what artist we were playing there. That was Iggy Pop with Amen. So there you go. Right here on KPOD. KPOD the podcast.
The name of the band is Hailstorm. The lead singer that you were saying was smoking is Lizzie Hale.
There's something about redheads, man. There's just, you know what? It kind of goes for, I think that's a universal truth among humans. There's just something about redheads.
She's actually a brunette and dyed her hair red for that album.
And that's fine. You had to have a reason to wear that. I mean, that's proud saying, look, I am a 100% crazy bitch. You don't want none of me. The finest redhead in the world was Maureen O'Hara in The Quiet Man. Do you remember The Quiet Man? You ever see that movie, Belle?
It's been a long time since I've seen that one. Yep.
Yeah. John Wayne, Maureen O'Hara, and she played that just absolutely crazy Irish gal, with that big, shocking red hair, and it was wonderful. I've never ever forgotten it. Guys, if you got any last questions, go ahead and get them in. I'm going to go ahead and take a poke around crypto as a whole and see what's going on. So, it looks like we're. Let me refresh this, guys, because that's a big buy right there. So it kind of screwed everything up. Looks like we're about to cross over into the $90,000 Bitcoin mark. So let's go ahead and give another round of applause because I haven't put the rest of my sound effects up there yet. I got to do it, Belle. Can you please send me a message and just say add the rest of your sound effects? I got like 4, 8, 12 empty boxes right here on the stream deck. Surely we can put in something a little bit funnier than just the round of applause. But Yeah, it is it going to hit? Sure, let's just say it is, and yeah, it's gonna give some carryover there. Now, obviously, I'm gonna stick around with my favorites. Jackal already up, already invested, not really going anywhere. Cosmos. Now, the one issue that I think I had over this more than anything else is that particular token right there. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. 560. That's a marvelous recovery for this thing. 42% in 7 days, but it's really, really hard to just, accept a 42% pump over 7 days when you see something like Crow right here that just absolutely exploded. I mean, 22 guys, 7 days, 210%, man. That is a massive amount of money that's pouring into a particular ecosystem. Unfortunately, it didn't make it over there to Atom. Now, my issue is where it has been and always will be, and it's going to be sitting there right there on Osmo. Bitcoin, guys, is running away. I mean, that is just absolutely booming and running away. New Type, I know where you're going. You ain't got to you ain't got to say it, dude. Look, man, I think you and I more or less agree, but I don't think we're going to see all that money that's going to come running out to the altcoin world, to the deep DeFi, the way everybody seems to anticipate. We're not going to see that happening until Bitcoin corrects. And this is where it's really, really going to get interesting for everybody. And I'm kind of curious how you guys are going to play it. When Bitcoin corrects, it's not going to keep going up, guys. Nothing goes up indefinitely, all right? It just doesn't. You're not creating anything here. There's no additional utility that's being created because Bitcoin is taking off. It's not that. If you want to create wealth, you're going to take raw materials, you're going to turn them into a product, and you're going to sell them. This is a simple digital currency. Now, it might be the most revolutionary thing that mankind has ever seen, but deep down, it's not creating anything. All right. It just doesn't arbitrarily create wealth. And eventually people are going to say, that's enough. I want to buy goods and services. And right now I can't pay for too many of them with Bitcoin. How many Teslas are people going to buy? All right. If you want to pay your rent, you want to pay your utilities, you want to pay all that stuff, you're going to need cash for it, which means that damn thing is going to correct. That's it. I'm not backing off that position. So the problem that we're going to run into is that when Bitcoin takes a serious correction, which I believe it will, not saying it, I'm not saying you should adjust any of your investment strategy based on anything I'm saying. I'm just saying that I have. That's it. So when we get a correction on Bitcoin, it's going to be very, very unfortunate because as Bitcoin has kind of sailed away, our big standard, that which everything else needs to be measured against, has only gone up by 4.6%. And that's through pairings. And even that is through wrap Bitcoin, not even legitimate Bitcoin. That is through wrap Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin decides it's going to shovel off tonight, it's going to shut off that mortal coil. Asia said that's enough. We're dumping. And that thing goes down to 84, 82, or maybe all the way down to 79. That is a massive correction. And when it does that massive correction, that little token right there is going to bomb off all the way down to 42. So if Bitcoin corrects 8%, Osmosis is going to correct 16 to 20%. Just like that. And when it does that, it's going to drag down everything. Every damn thing is going to come along with it because everything out here in Cosmos is paired to that token. It is unfortunate that we drove ourselves into this position, but we can't unring that bell. So we're going to have to plan accordingly. And that is going to destroy, it's going to wreck these things. I mean, just hard. And even though Bitcoin is going to be could be sitting there anywhere in the sweet spot of the 80s, everything else out here got buried. So I am making a plan. Or I've already executed my plan that I need to chase bigger percentages. That's it. That's where it comes down to for me, is that I need to chase much bigger percentages so that I can delta neutral whenever Bitcoin does correct, because yeah, I think it will. I hope I'm wrong, guys. I 100% hope I'm wrong. The best part about all of this is that if I'm wrong, Bitcoin just keeps going up. All right. Nobody got hurt. Didn't matter. Even if people realize profits, nobody ever went broke realizing profits. All right. All you did was recognize and realize a very, very strong position at the time that you did it. So I just don't see a problem with that. And let's pretend for a second that, sure, you sold off your entire Bitcoin position right this moment at $89,000 flat, and Bitcoin turns around and goes to $92,000 tomorrow. Let's entertain that. That means you lost out on about 2 or 3%, but you risked nothing. You risked nothing. And eventually, people are going to pick up on this and they're going to start operating smarter. This is not retail that's moving that right now. Absolutely not. This is ETFs. This is countries. This is major, major, major money in play. This is the real sharks, not us. We like to think we're sharks because we've been in crypto and we've survived so much, but we're not. Those are the sharks. Those are the guys that will move billions of dollars with the single click of a button, and they could lose 8% and not feel bad about it. How many of you are willing to put $1 billion on the board, lose $80 million, and still go out to the club that night or to the strip club and drink really good booze and do blow with strippers? How many of you are in a position that you can do something like that? The odds are pretty good that there's not a lot of us. So I'm going to always try to protect myself, protect my positions as much as I possibly can, and I'm going to protect them with cash. But the cash that I do have to put on the board, I'm chasing larger percentages. That's it. I'm chasing big percentages. So, yeah, a lot of my money is moved out. Not a lot. A good sizable chunk of my money is moved out of Cosmos. It's sitting over on Arbitrum. It's sitting on Base, even though I haven't found any place to spend it yet, G-Taurus. I'm kind of hoping that there's just that diamond in the rough that I missed, but I haven't seen that one yet. I'm still hoping for it. But yeah, look, man, I just because the market goes irrational, which I consider it right now, it doesn't mean that you have to go irrational with it. You guys need to look back. Remember 2020. Remember 2021. Remember what happened in all that time and how many people round-tripped everything. It happened. There's nothing saying that it won't happen again. I'm just saying be smart about it. I'm not telling you to cash out because who the fuck am I? I'm just saying be smart with your money. That's it. Bell, questions, or are we all good?
We're all good.
Okay, fantastic. All right, guys, consider that my outro. Monday Night Football is kicking off. I have one player left, and I'm down by 35 points. So, yeah, I lost my ass this week, Bell. It just didn't work out. Baker Mayfield got me 10 points. 10 points. My freaking quarterback got me 10 points. You're not going to win a game like that. So, yeah, I'm just watching it because I tend to watch Monday Night Football, not because I have any expectations of winning. But I appreciate you guys joining us tonight. We will be back tomorrow. Are we going to have any guests tomorrow, Belle? Were we able to get that set up?
I don't have anybody on the schedule that's confirmed yet for tomorrow. I am still working on that, though.
Okie dokie. If nobody makes it tomorrow, you're going to get more of the same from us, but the entire world is going to change tomorrow. All right, this is crypto in a very, very hot market right now, and it changes quick. So who knows what we'll be discussing tomorrow, but I promise you we'll be discussing something. Appreciate it, guys. I will be back live tomorrow, 0900. I'd love to get the numbers up for the morning streams, guys. I put a lot of time into those. So, yeah, if you could join me, I'd certainly appreciate it. The only feedback I get is how many people are watching. That's it. So appreciate it tonight. Appreciate everybody who stuck with us this long. Congratulations to those who won t-shirts. We'll make sure that you guys get hooked up. That's it. So, Belle, if you could, please, ma'am, talk us up. Get us out of here.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard. In between now and tomorrow night, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott or myself, Scott at ThePodocasts.com or Bella at ThePodocasts.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
we are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com